Hello everyone, welcome to English session. This is your Deepa ma'am. We're going to start a new prose 5, a lesson for Nakul, and the author of this lesson is Neela Subramanian. Let's see the new words. So I want you all to read out these new words from this lesson loudly along with the meaning. Let's do some pre-task or pre-activity. The factors which we require to be successful. So what are the factors we require? Do we require quarrelsome? Quarrelsome means when you always fighting attitude, where you have always fighting attitude. So it doesn't require quarrelsome, right? Overconfidence. So overconfidence is where you have proud, where you have more confidence on your work. Commitment is where you have taken a decision that I will complete this task. That is called commitment. Ego is where you have again a proud feeling, a attitude, a wrong attitude. Struggle means where you are struggling, where you are doing hard work, or which is a difficult task for you, but still you are trying to complete that. Interest is where you have, when you have an interest in some activity or some work, you will do with full heart. So when you don't have an interest, you will not do properly. Inspiration is some people say that I want to become like a Sachin Tendulkar, or I want to become like a Dhoni, right? So you inspire from those people, motivate yourself. Laziness, of course you know what you mean by laziness, not doing your work on time. Positive attitude, even though when you are fail, even though when you get less mark in your exam or in your test, but still you think that in the next exam I will do better. Goal is the destination where you want to reach. So to be successful, we require some factor. The factors are commitment, struggle, interest, inspiration, laziness, positive attitude, goal. Yes, I told one word is wrong, laziness. So if you're lazy, you cannot be successful. So the factors of success is, again I'm repeating, positive attitude, goal, inspiration, commitment, struggle, interest. Let's start our lesson. In first line, that is from paragraph 1 to 6. The boys of class 6 came out of the exam hall. How did the maths paper go? I asked Akash, who was waiting outside. So, I finished all the problem, though it was quite a tussle, replied Tarun, the monitor of the class. Nakul came in just then. He looked depressed. What's up, Nakul? Maths is your favorite subject. Akash was surprised. I decided to answer the tough problem first and leave the easy one for the last 10 minutes. But they took more time than I expected, so I couldn't finish 2 questions, Nakul replied. So here you can see the 2 boys in the picture. They are talking, and the boys of class 6th, they came out of examination hall, and the first character is Akash, and then you have Tarun. So they both finished the exam, and that was a mathematics paper. And Tarun replied, Akash asked Tarun, how was your maths exam, right? When you ask your friend. And Tarun replied that it was difficult, but he answered all the question, whatever he felt it, like whatever he can write, he did it. Then Nakul came out, the third character, and Nakul was in very bad mood. So when Akash asked him, like, what happened? Why are you so depressed? Because maths is your favorite subject, so why are you so upset? So here Nakul said that yeah, math is my favorite subject, but I decided let me attend the difficult question first. Okay, let me finish the difficult question first because the long answers, and later for one word or one sentence or 1 mark or 2 marks is there, right? I can attend it later. But I realized that the long answers, the long questions took too much time, so I couldn't attend these short answers. Paragraph 7 to 14. Never mind, it's not the final exam. Write first, faster next time, or set your watch 10 minutes ahead so that you can answer all the questions. Akash consoled him. Huh, it is easy to say that as you don't have to worry, Nakul retorted. Akash was a new boy. He had joined the boarding school almost at the end of the first term. When the room was silent that night, Akash woke up suddenly. He looked at the next bed and saw that Nakul was awake. What's the matter? Akash whispered. I have made a terrible mistake, Nakul said. What's the mistake? Asked Akash. I'm sure I have forgotten something. I think I have either entered my name or my roll number on the maths answer script. Nakul mumbled dejectedly. Now here in this paragraph, after exam, when Akash was giving consoling him like it's okay. Next time you can write it faster because it's just a unit test, right? It's a normal test. So you can write faster, or you can just set your watch 10 minutes ahead so that you can answer all the questions. And yeah, Nakul said to the Akash, yeah, it's very easy for you. I know you shouldn't, you will not worry. Why you will worry? Because it was my paper. So why Nakul and Akash has this kind of attitude? Because Akash was a new admission, a new boy in that hostel, and he joined the boarding school. It is a hostel at the end of the first semester. Okay, that is the Akash introduction. So now when in the night when the room was very silent, Akash suddenly he woke up and he saw to the next bed that Nakul was already awake. And Akash asked him, very slow, whispered, is very saying very slowly, what happened? Why did you get up? And Nakul said, I think I have made some mistake. So Akash said, what mistake have you done? So he said, I think I have not written my name or my roll number on the math script. And that's the reason he was awake. He was in tension, like some mistake I have done on the sheet. Next para, 15 to 19. Oh, is that all? I thought something awful had happened. Akash was relieved. Look, it's just 9:30. Sir is sure to be up. Let us go and see him. You can explain what's wrong. You're coming too? Thanks. Nakul looked relieved as the two boys crept out of the room and walked to the master study. Mr. Vergish was startled to see them and listened to Nakul's stammered explanation. He unlocked a drawer and went through the answer script. You have written your name and roll number, Nakul. You panicked unnecessarily. He watched them leave his room. Soon the exam were behind them. The next event the boys looked forward to was the school annual day. As Nakul was tall and well built for his age, the master chose him to play an important role in a drama. So in this paragraph we see that when Nakul told Akash that I have missed something, so Akash said, let's do one thing, we'll just go to the sir and we'll talk to the sir and we'll see that what can he do. So they both went together to see the sir, Mr. Vergish. And when Vergish saw him, he was shocked, like why the students have come now. And then they asked, like, sir, I think I have done a mistake, so you can just look into my answer sheet. And Mr. Vergish took the papers from his drawer and he checked the script, checked the answer sheet, and he said, child, you have written your roll number as well as your name. You panic unnecessarily. And then these both kids have left. So he was somehow relieved. And after this, after the examination finished, now the next event should be happen in the school was annual day, and the teacher have choose chosen Nakul as a main lead or main role uh, in a play because he was a tall guy and he was a well built. He was very healthy, and so that's the reason the teacher have given him a important role. Next paragraph 20 to 29. Help, I have got to learn so many lines. Nakul groaned. I will help you to practice till you are both perfect. Akash grinned. Nakul was glad for his generous offer. With Akash, constant rehearsal soon learned his line. I hope I won't forget the words. Nakul looked tense before the curtains went up. Don't worry, the words will come to you easily, Akash encouraged. To his surprise, Nakul found that he actually enjoyed his role. Thanks, Akash, you are a real champ, he said warmly. I am glad I could help you, Akash replied. The next day, the students were taken to a picnic spot. It is sure to rain, Nakul grumbled gloomily. No, it won't. The sun will come out soon and the day will be fine. Akash declared and looked at Nakul. Why do you always look at the dark side of the thing? He said. Don't be a wet blanket all the time. So here, when we see that when Nakul was chosen as a main lead for the drama, so when he saw his drama script, he found that the lines were too much, and he was not able to rehearse everything, and he was intense. And again, Akash came, and Akash helped him to memorize his lines. And he said, "Don't worry. Automatically, when you say the dialogue, automatically in a drama, you will tell the lines in a proper way." Because Akash helped him. Akash helped Nakul to rehearse his word, and he made him perfect. So whenever Nakul was saying like, "No, I can't do it," Akash used to encourage him. So when he has gone on the stage, when Nakul gone on the stage, he enjoyed his role. And after the annual day, every school happens, they will take to the trip, right? So next day they have gone to the trip. Now again here Akash and Nakul were talking. So Nakul said that it gonna be rain for sure, but Akash said no, it won't rain. The sun will come out soon and the day will be fine. Akash declared. Akash said to Nakul that why you always look into dark side of the thing. You should not be always negative, right? You should be always positive. You should not always think something wrong is gonna be happen in a day. So don't be wet blanket for all the time means don't be always think about negative. From paragraph 30 to 33, Nakul felt annoyed and walked away to join the other boys. He refused to admit that Akash's judgment was correct as usual. The day did turn out to be fine. In spite of this, Nakul found himself unable to enjoy the outing. Was it because of his tiff with Akash that he found himself unable to enjoy the outing? Thought Nakul, who was hidden behind some rocks as he overheard his masters talking. I admire that plucky little fellow Akash. He is so cheerful despite his lame leg, said Mr. Vargish. You are right. I have been watching him and really marvel at how courageously he faces things, agreed the game's master. Do you know, he is always ready to help others. He could certainly do with more boys like Akash. Mr. Burkish remarked, his cheerfulness in the face of difficulties is proving to be a good example to others. I heard from the headmaster that Akash was keen on joining the school as a boarder, though his parents were reluctant to expose their only son to be rough and tumble of boarding school. So here we can see in the previous one when Akash and Nakul they were talking, Akash said that the day is going to be fine, and the same thing happened, which made Nakul disturbed or angry, and he was not able to enjoy the picnic, the outing. Okay, and he was just behind in one rock, which you can see in a picture. He was hiding behind the rock, and the two masters were talking, right? So what they were talking? They were talking about Akash. So they were talking like, I admire Akash, even though he's lame, even though he's handicapped, right? But he had lots of positivity. And the other master, the teacher, also said the same thing, that he's always helpful to others. He never says that no, he have a positivity, and he always helps other. And he says, I hope like how Akash is. Akash will be a cheerful person. He is cheerful person, and he will be a role model, or the students should inspire by him, and they should enjoy their life even if they have difficulties. Paragraph 34 to 36. Nakul looked thoughtful when he heard all this. He recalled the numerous times when Akash had gone out of his way to help him, though he could have easily looked the other way. Times when he, Nakul, had caught a fleeting glimpse of the pain in Akash's eye when his leg hurt, and he thought that no one was watching him. Nakul admitted to himself that Akash's cheerful, positive outlook was like a bracing tonic which influenced his own way of thinking. He also admitted that his constant grumbling must be irritating to someone who liked to look at the bright side of things. Next day, Nakul saw Akash among the spectators at the football match between 7th and 8th. Now Nakul started looking at Akash in a picnic, and he got a little bit hot on his, when he used to get hot on his leg. The eye, he used to cry, and he thought like nobody is watching his tears. So he understood that Nakul has a very positive character. He always sees the positivity. He never sees the negativity. And even though when he is irritated, when we are irritating, he look bright side of the thing. This is the picnic trip which is finished. The next day, Nakul saw Akash that he's sitting on a in a ground and is watching a football match between the 7th and 8th. From paragraph 37 to 42. Come on, Rahul, get the ball and pass it to Deepak, who is near to goal. Akash yelled encouragingly. I'm sorry for leaving you in a half yesterday. Nakul touched Akash's arm. It's okay, friends again. Akash smiled. I admire you. Despite your handicap, you're always cheerful. Doesn't it hurt that you can't join the game? Nakul asked. It didn't hurt at first, Akash confessed. And I was very touchy about it too. Till my grandma told me, no one wants to weep with you if you are always sad, lonely. You will never be if you are brave and glad. Search the clouds. You are sure to see a gleam of light will follow. Though today is green and green, remember there is tomorrow. I realized that I couldn't go through life with a chip on my shoulder. The others in the world are worse off than me. So I decided to spread cheer in my own way, Akash explained. Now, when this match was happening, Akash was encouraging, saying to one of his friend Rahul, just pass the ball to the Deepak. He's near to the goal, and you can win the match. And then Nakul came there, and he said, I'm sorry that I left you in middle in the picnic. I'm sorry for that. And Nakul touched Akash's arm, and Akash said, it's okay, we are friends again. And then Nakul said, I came to know about that you are handicapped, that you are lame, but I still admire you. Even though you are handicapped, you are so cheerful. You doesn't feel like you are sad, and even you make others also happy. Doesn't you feel hurt? Don't you feel hurt? Don't you feel sad that you are not able to join the game? So the Akash answered, yes. When it was starting, I felt sad. I felt hurt. But later, when my grandma came to me and he said some dialogues to me, some statements to me, she said that nobody wants to cry with you, okay? And nobody wants to be with a person who's always sad, who always lonely. So you are a brave son, you are a glad son, that you have to search the clouds, you have to be happy and to see that even even in the negativity there is a positivity. Even the day is grim and gray, even the days are bad or whatever, if it's not a good day, tomorrow you have another day which you make happy. And then I realized from that time he said that there are some people who are more worse than me, right? Who are more problematic in their life, who have a lots of problem, but this problem in front of them is nothing. So I decided myself that I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna make others to be happy. So in this lesson we have learned, we have understood that we have to be cheerful, we have to be positive, we have to be encouraged in our life even though when we have a bad time. So you have to remember, when you have a bad time, there are some people who have a very bad time compared to you. So you have to be always cheerful. Even though if you have a bad time, you have to take that bad time, you have to take that bad thing or bad day as a positive, and you have to turn that bad day into a good time. This is what Akash have taught us. So that's all for the day. Thank you. Have a good day.